morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome back to the Rainbow Pitch League Top 4. Hello, Kat. And today we have... Golly. Let's try this again. Sorry. Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to wherever you may be. Welcome back to the Rainbow Pitch League Top 4, where today we have Gravy Bones being played by Bird, and we have May playing Katsu. How good. A ninja versus Gravy. And not just any ninja, the original ninja. These Katsu triggers are probably going to go wild, I would have to guess.
Yeah, I'm really excited to watch this. What?
Alright.
I'm really excited to watch this matchup. I think these are both like phenomenal players, and I'm excited to see this Katsu deck into Gravy. It has been kind of like the dark horse running rampant throughout the Rainbow Pitch League Season 3. So kind of excited to see how this goes. I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah. Well, those Kodachis are surely going to be annoying for the rigor mortis, but we'll see if the bigger allies can stick around, or if, the Conqueror is going to be able to cause enough disruption. But, yeah, let's get a quick word from our sponsors and then jump into the game. Our next sponsor has anonymously provided some prizes to our league because they wanted to support queer folk in flesh and blood. We're honestly so thankful for their support and generosity. Now, with this time that we have before the game, they ask that you go and check out Doctors Without Borders. Doctors Without Borders is an international and independent medical humanitarian organization delivering emergency medical aid to people affected by armed conflicts, epidemics, natural disasters, and exclusion from healthcare. Founded in 1971, they believe that all people should have access to healthcare regardless of gender, race, religion, or political affiliation. For over 50 years, they've been on the front lines of conflict zones, natural disasters, and more. And with the help of donations, they're able to keep providing urgent medical care to hundreds of thousands of people every day. So if you'd like to tangibly help people in need around the world, please make sure to check out Doctors Without Borders yourself, and see if it's something that you'd like to donate to. Links to their website will be put in the bio of this video. And once again, we'd like to thank our sponsor for all of their generosity and support of our league. And here we are with top 4 action. We have Bird on the left with Gravy Bones, and on the right we have May piloting Katsu. Is there anything that you notice right off the bat while the players set up?
No, sorry, I was distracted by May's Netrunner Matt. I think the equipment sweeps look pretty standard. We have the quick dodge silvers, quick dodge flexors. On Bird's side, and I think that is the correct move in this matchup. Just adding some extra defense value to the combat chain against Katsu is never a bad idea. So it looks like we're starting with a Call to the Grave, calling an Oyston to the battlefield. Bird really prioritizing that gold generation straight into the graveyard, since Crown of Dominion is the headpiece in this matchup, not Crown of Providence, the one that allows you to start with the gold. So
other way around, but yes.
Yeah, okay, the other way around.
But no, that's a great point, and we're really just focusing, like you mentioned, on making not just gold tokens, but gold kiss rum. But it's a great way to start off your turn, and like you mentioned, there is no Crown of Dominion here because she's going to need to block. So while Oyston is very squishy and can... Oh, it's not Kodachi's, of course, it's Edge of Autumn. Can get destroyed by the Edge of Autumn fairly easily. It's really just a point of gold here.
So a really good setup turn, I think, from Bird as we turn 0. So it's like going back to May, going to open up with that Edge of Autumn into Oyston, create that gold that I mentioned before,
and here we have one of the Enact cards. I can't remember... Oh, not Enact. One of the Vengeance cards, rather.
I'm trying to remember the name of this.
This was an army deck iron.
Is a Seek Vengeance? This is Seek Vengeance, I think, right? If Edge of Autumn was the last attack this combat chain, this gets Go Again. So this is coming in for 4 with Go Again from that Edge of Autumn into the Oyston.
And here we are already threatening a breakpoint on the second chain link here. Notably, there is no Mask of Momentum, so we don't need to worry about the number that are consecutively being hit or not. But we do need to worry about Katsu's combo potential. So far, there's nothing, I believe, that combos from this attack specifically. Actually, I could be wrong. But anyway, there's still 2 unknowns in May's hand as well, so she does have to be careful or consider about what combo could be following it up. Looks like for the meantime she's happy to activate Gravy, discard an ally, and hopefully drawing another blocking card or maybe a blue for the following turn, while she contemplates 4 damage coming in the form of the Seek Vengeance. There are some defense reactions that Gravy has access to. But we're getting blocks with 2 golden tipples. Or golden tipple and something. I kind of missed that. But here's Ancestral Empowerment. Making this go up to 5, being able to draw a card. And triggering the Katsu should there be no other reactions here.
Yeah, looks like Bird is just going to let that. Oh, we'll see. The compass activation from Bird. I think to block this out, yeah, exactly. You could activate Dead Threads to throw the quick dodge flexor since Rigor Mortis was put into the graveyard off of Gravy. Sorry, that's what I was thinking. I wasn't sure if that had already, like, if that would have passed or not.
Yes, no, it can be used as a reaction, so... Yeah, just having a quick look at Bird's list, because I remember that we have access to this. It looks like she's got 3 Blood in the Water as her defense reactions, no other ones. So, a bit lighter on the defense reactions than I'm kind of used to for modern Gravy decks, but also, she does have the full 9 Golden Tipple suite, because that was legal for this event. And looks like that was enough to stifle the turret entirely. May just choosing to arsenal there, and here we have a Prismatic Leyline into a Murderous Rival. I think that's a chart the high sees on top, so this is coming in for just a simple 6 go again.
Yeah, that is pretty good. I agree, that looks like a chart the high sees on top of the graveyard, on top of the deck. So 6 go again. I believe Bird has 1 card in hand. May see the Rigor Mortis come out to play. Are we may hold it until we can do some kind of double ally turn. May is just happy to take 6, go down to 3-4 here.
I think we're going to see that ally, because this is a gold-baited hook activation. And here we're pitching a yellow that doesn't block, and of course you don't want that in the arsenal as well. You don't want allies in the arsenal, but this is coming in for 8 because of the prismatic ley line and creating a gold to replace one that was used last turn. A huge life swing in Bird's favor, 38 to 27, but May not blocking any of that, and pretty hastily not blocking any of that, makes me think we're about to see a big explosive turn this turn. And here we... Oh. Here we have Ancestral Harmony. This banishes 100 wins from the top. So combo cards will have go again this turn, and she has access to another card in the form of 100 wins this turn. Still have priority on May's side. Trying to figure out what's the best way to use these 4 cards in hand, plus this one now known. 100 wins to start off the turn. 4 go again.
Or go again. Like 4 go again, notably at Bird and not at Rigor Mortis.
Yeah, this makes me think there's like probably a resource card somewhere, or maybe she's just trying to figure out what combos she's going to be able to play this turn and try to get the on hit earlier rather than later on. Actually, do you Katsu off allies? I think you do. 4 go again is just a lot to hit a player with. It's kind of too tempting.
Yeah, I believe you do Katsu on allies. First time an attack action card you control hits each turn. Just reads hits.
Yeah.
Oh, love the Katsu token coming out.
It's very cute. And now we're going to get a better idea of what kind of turn May's hoping to have here as she searches her deck for an ally, discarding a Dishonor. As a quick aside, I do like that Bird has the dragon that likes gold as her playmat.
It is very thematic, yeah.
And it's an ally.
And it is an ally. With the Uvia sleeves as well. Not quite as thematic, but very pretty.
Do you think she's excited for Dromai in 2026?
It's really tough to say, isn't it?
There might be an inkling. Is this the Seek Vengeance again?
I do not believe it is a Seek Vengeance. That is a, oh shoot. Is that a Descendant Gustwave?
Yeah, that might actually be that. It kind of looks like a Ranger card.
It does kind of look like a Ranger card, I know.
And we're running back the play from the last combat chain as we have another 100 wins hitting the field and going directly to the player again. 29-27 life total gap is closing at an aggressive rate. And May still has up to 3 cards to play this turn. Potentially more, depending on what those cards are.
Putting this on the wound to play that Dissident Gustwave,
Another 4 go again. once again going in bird. And this means that May does have the resource to eventually come at that rigor mortis with the 1. May very conveniently gave us very visible life totals for us to look at while editing these videos. But it is taking up a lot of space on her combat chain.
Yeah, she's having to do the ninja thing of moving the combat chain over. There's just too many cards coming into play here.
I'm definitely very familiar with that issue. I have a habit of playing my cards in the middle of the playmat, which is fine for most heroes. Not so much for Syndra, where you're going 5-6 combat chains wide. Sometimes. So far, Bird hasn't blocked this turn. Still has access to 4 cards. It makes me feel like maybe she's trying to hold on to a Conqueror turn or something along those lines, where you kind of need all the cards in your hand to apply a huge amount of pressure back. And her patience is being tested. So far, being attacked with 12 go again.
I was just having the similar thought, that is this a case of a no block hand, or will we see an equally big turn coming back from Bird?
A hand that doesn't block is definitely an option here. Well, maybe not an option, but it's definitely a possibility here. But unless she's playing this mad bluffing game, I have to assume there's actual decisions to be made about blocking here. And of course, maybe she's thinking, if May's just going to play out the whole hand, then the effectiveness of Conqueror does kind of go down. You're taking a lot more damage just to not deal with an arsenal and gain a gold. But there we go. She takes it, goes down to 25. And here we have the Bonds of Ancestry. And I feel like this was kind of telegraphed a little bit. Just because May, during the previous combat chain, organized her graveyard in such a way that she could see the different options. But here's that Seek Vengeance that I thought I saw earlier. Banishing the one from the discard pile to get this one back. And another 4 go again being aimed at Bert. Does she have 2 copies of Salt the Wound? No.
So is the only copy of Salt the Wound being pitched to the bottom of the deck?
Yeah, well, it's currently in the pitch zone, which is the thing. Because I was wondering if there was an angle where you can, if these attacks hit and Bird's just really not wanting to block, you can go search for it. That won't be an option to close this combat chain. But 5 go again this time, not 4, because of the Ancestral Harmony. And we can see why May was so keen to not block this turn, because this has ended up being 22 damage, plus 1 to Rigor Mortis.
This is a lot of damage.
And here we're finally getting the block, and I think May was potentially... Not May. I think the reason why Bird was contemplating the blocks earlier was the fact that she knew that there was still Mask of the Pouncing Lynx, and she was maybe trying to figure out whether May was going to pop at that early or not. But here we have a chart the high seas. We've got 3 resources available. And Bird is activating Gravy. Nope. Compass. Wrong one.
Yep, not getting rid of that gold just yet. Really... Ooh. Not
Tough.
Happy with what was on the top of the deck.
Yeah, unable to really play a big turn there, but or use the resources from the chart that I see is usually one of the most powerful enablers in the deck. But just being forced to block was kind of enough to stop Bird from having a turn there, and we are starting with Be Like Water. 3 go again, not a combo. And here we're doing another quick graveyard check, just checking what's in the deck. Always important this Katsu.
Activation from Bird.
Be Like Water almost feels like a must block card always, because, you know, not only is it like a Katsu trigger on hit, but it's also whatever combo you want it to be. There's so much flexibility with this card if it hits that you're basically prized into blocking it. Now, watch as Bird maybe doesn't block it and I feel like a fool, but I feel like that's the way this is going.
Yeah, Bird really having a think right now, figuring out what her next turn may look like. You know, one thing about Gravy is she's operating on a ton of information right now. Has a 5-card hand and also knows what is on the top of her deck.
Just knowing that one extra card increases the amount of decision trees you have.
Yeah.
To work with. Looks like we're potentially contemplating a block with 2 cards here. But so far it's just contemplating, and I kind of like putting it face down. The number of times I've seen people put cards defending face up and be like, I'm still thinking. Just giving away free information there. So,
Right, you can just as easily see what's left in your hand when you put the cards face down.
Yeah. There's clearly a lot going on inside Bird's mind, and we are not privy to any of this information right now because cards are moving back and forth, but we have no clue. It's kind of West almost.
Yeah, unfortunately, we have no clue. I mean, I think it's kind of just her contemplating, like you said. This Be Like Water can be a really tricky card. It can lead to a ton of different combos in its ability. I really like the design of this card. I kind of have always really liked it since it came out, but it does lead to moments like these. You know, we are playing for high stakes right now in top 4 of the Rainbow Pitch League. So Bird, of course, needs to take her time here. Figure out exactly what this Be Like Water represents.
What I really like about the nuance of this card is that usually it's the breakpoints that kind of, you know, cause the most difficult blocking situations. Like, you're usually okay with like a 3. The difference between 3 and 4 feels massive. As a Katsu, like, especially going into Katsu, like, the 3s are a lot easier to block. Or not block, like, it's easier to shrug it off. But in the case of Be Like Water, all the unknowns behind it with this opening card just makes it a much more difficult kind of situation. And I guess maybe she's considering like how the Arcana Scar Wraps might have an influence in this as well, because I believe that can be used on any ninja attack. And it looks like we're finally committing to blocks. That looks like a Golden Tipple and a back alley break line going for 4. She did consider the Scar Wraps here. Really trying to force this Katsu trigger maybe to go as late as possible, and of course doesn't want this be like water to hit. The later you can kind of make the Katsu triggers actually happen, it's pretty hard to stop it entirely every turn. The later you can make it happen, the less options your Katsu opponent has, so giving this the respect that it wants. Thank you.
I mean, I think it's also clear that, like, blocking out this Be Like Water and playing around the wraps, just, like, full respect is maybe something that May didn't expect. Now we're having kind of a think on May's side of the table.
Yeah, kind of stifled her plans entirely, almost. Maybe not entirely, I don't know, but stifled it enough that we have to reevaluate the situation. And this one is the Gust Wave thing. Gust Wave of the Second Wind, I think.
The Gust Wave thing. We are very professional here.
Look, if I'm being real, it's been a while since I've played Katsu personally. And there have been a whole bunch of new Katsu cards that have come out in that time. And they all have the word Gust Wave.
Yeah, I'm not sure I've actually played Katsu since I was first learning how to play Flesh and Blood. If I'm being honest. With myself and everyone listening.
I mean, this is kind of tempting me to play it if I'm being real. Like, I'm currently in my Syndra era. So,
Yeah.
This card says, if Surging Strike was the last attack this combat chain, it gains Go Again. Be Like Water did not hit, so I don't think this has Go Again. As things stand.
Yeah, and that is, just like one clear example of why blocking out that Be Like Water can be so important. So if that would have hit, and May named it Surging Strike, this would have had +1 Go Again and on hit draw a card.
Well, we're giving it Go Again now with the Breeze Rider Boots. Because this did hit, we're discarding an Enlightened Strike. And here we have Bonds of Ancestry. Banishing another Bonds. This feels like there's maybe another Gust Wave card in May's hand, and this turn it's about to go huge once again.
Yeah, even with blocking out the Be Like Water, when you're presented with bonds, the turn can just spiral so fast.
Yeah. And it's really interesting here. Bird could have chosen, maybe, depending on allies, of course, but there's a non-zero chance she could have chosen to, like, block out the the Gust Wave of the Second Wind. And then, if that's the case, the Breeze Rider boots wouldn't be able to trigger there. But of course, we don't know what the blocking situation's like in that hand. It might not actually be possible, but we're getting another gust wave of the second wind. And again, we're just seeing these 4 go-agains just kind of take over this game. Although Surging Strike... Oh no, just has go again because of the Breeze Rider boots, right? Never mind.
Right.
I remember how to play this game.
Well, we both admitted it's been a while since we played. Oh. Gosh, my laundry is done. If you could hear that alarm, I'm not sure.
I did at the very least.
Okay. So did the listeners.
Let it be known, Elaine's laundry is finished. And
I will collect it when this game is over.
Similarly, May's also trying to close this game out as well. And this time it's not hidden information. We know there's another bonds coming, so May just having a look at her discard pile. Bird also getting a chance to look at it, see what the options are for this Bonds of Ancestry. And that, what do we call it? Salt the Wound from the previous turn is in the deck, so it can be found with this Mask of the Pouncing Lynx. And we're just finding another 0-cost 4 here. This is the Seek Vengeance. There are no resources to attack with the Edge of Autumn this turn, but it doesn't matter. It's going to go again anyway. Just from those Breeze Rider boots. Is this potentially the end of the game?
Yeah, I was just looking at that. This is quickly spiraling out of control, and it's just kind of hard to consider what birds outs might be. Why is that hard to say? We're gonna get the block with the crown potentially, maybe even just to get another blocking card in hand.
Mm-hmm. But one damage does leak through.
And there is the mass trigger.
Yeah, and I really like this here because, there's no guarantee the bird's not going to be able to block out the next attack, so with this Ancestral hitting, you just kind of accept that you're going to be slightly more open to the information. Here we have that Seek Vengeance coming in for 4 go again, and so far there have been 4 attacks that have hit this combat chain. This could be the 5th. So this Assault the Wound is at least looking at 6 damage, if not 7, but there's still 4 go again happening before that. We're getting close to the end of this game. There goes Chum. And Bird kind of prized into blocking this out here. 2 cards going on 4. And here we have Salt the Wound coming in for 6. Does Bird give up the last card just to prevent 3 damage from going through? Or 2? Or 0, I guess, is also an option. Defending for 2. We have seen all the golden tipples being blocked with so far. This hasn't been the greatest showcase for why that card got banned.
No, definitely has not. Leave it to May's scary Katsu list. Put golden tipple to shame.
Yeah, no, for sure. And the way things are going, that rum might stay top shelf. I can't foresee it being used this game. Here we have another like water. Be like water.
Like water. Oof.
It's getting harder to block this kind of stuff out. Bird now has no defense. 1 point of defensive equipment left. And 4 cards, no access to Gravying here. We're going to block for 4 on this using the Saltwater Swell. Swiftwater Swell. The Swell. And we're using the Hardened Crossrape to play the Surging Strike. And here we have E-Strike for presumably 7. There we go. That is the game. Congratulations to May for taking out this game in an aggressive fashion. And we'll do a little recap in just a moment. Hi everyone, how you doing? Welcome to the post-game recap. And the game kind of spoke for itself almost, I think.
I mean, we saw like that turn 0 that Bird had like set up for powerful turns ahead, being able to make a gold kiss from and a gold, or get an alley into the graveyard, end with an arsenal, I believe. But May's turn 1. She said, we're going all gas and we're not stopping, and that's just like really difficult for Gravy to deal with. Especially, it wasn't until that last turn that we saw Chum. I think that Bird probably needed to see a very early Chum to win these quick matchups. It's important for Gravy to be able to get some of that damage prevention, and we just weren't able to see that.
Or even just to apply some pressure back, right? Like, even if you never actually activate the Chum, just having something that can attack without having to pitch for it is kind of huge. And of course, like, it would have taken like 2 cards probably for May to clear that. So it was unfortunate for Bird that she wasn't able to play a Chum or anything really. I joked in between the games that she played 3 cards. I think she might have literally played 5.
Yeah.
Or maybe 6. Like,
wasn't? Yeah. She wasn't able to have a lot of agency over the game or do very much. Which that just happens sometimes when you are Gravy against these aggro matchups. They do seem to just be able to run away, and I think from the Gravy side, you really almost need to be drawing really, really perfectly. Yeah.
For sure. And in the opposite end, like, May did a great job of showing off how powerful those new cards from the Ira Armory deck were. Like, we talked about the Arcana Sky Wraps, and even though they weren't activated, just the implications of that existing was kind of enough to force Bird into some decisions where she was forced to overblock. And of course, that Seek Vengeance was just another 0-cost 4-go again combo enabler, and then we didn't even see the Command & Conquer, the Enact Vengeance. So that didn't come into play. But it just, like, those extra little combo cards that we have to remember, May only got access to them partway through the event as well. So her initial first rounds wouldn't have had that available to her. So making the top 8 and then getting a bonus almost feels like unfair, I guess. Or maybe not unfair, but she definitely got a boon mid-event through that Armory deck. Yeah, I mean, I guess it definitely served her well.
But also, both of these players, I think this top 4 spot was just like incredibly well earned from both we saw. Just outstanding performances from them in the league. So congratulations, of course.
Definitely congratulations
to both Bird and May, but congratulations to May for taking down this game and moving on to our finals.
So with that being said, one more game to go before we crown our Season 3 champion. But until then, thank you very much, and we will see you next time. Oh, follow us on socials. Goodbye.